V-Tuf have sent me this product to review. It's the V-Tuf V3 DIY high pressure washer. Now it's the X2 version as far as I know, which means it's an upgraded version on the original. In this video I'm just going to unbox it. We'll see what comes inside the box, and if there's any assembly required I'll be showing you that as well. I'll just give you a quick look at the box. Remember to pause the video if you want to look at it in more detail. So let's see, we've got a foam cannon, an 8 metre high visibility high pressure hose, the high pressure gun, a patio cleaning attachment, set of instructions, and there's a pin on the back of that for cleaning out the nozzles. Don't worry, I'll show you these a little bit closer up when I've got everything out the box. The V3 power washer, a handle, the lance extension with nozzle storage. There are 4 nozzles there, a fitting, turbo nozzle, a little bag with a couple of screws in, and the water hose fitting. I think that's everything. Can't see anything else in there. So I just want to point out that there are actually 5 nozzles. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, and I missed that one that's in the end there on the quick release. So 5 nozzles, and then there is also the turbo nozzle. So 6 in total. 5 nozzles on the extension and the turbo nozzle. I would just like to point out that the V3 has a chemical tank, and I've never had a power washer with a chemical tank before. So I'm quite interested to see what that is like and how well it performs and how to use it. So the first thing I'm going to do is remove the plastic cap off the outlet, and you can see it's marked outlet there, and if I turn it round you'll see we've got the inlet marks there, and I'm just going to pull that plastic cap off as well. There are some very basic instructions on putting this thing together in the manual, and I think they should really try to make it a little bit easier to understand. But basically the handle, you'll notice there's a notch in this moulded side. That's the rear, look, you can see it's the rear. That notch goes into there. You've got to force it in and push it all the way down. Now if I zoom in there, so you can see which end goes to the rear of the machine, and there are 2 screw holes, and that is what these 2 screws are for. So you need a Phillips screwdriver. These are self-tapping screws, they just screw in. There we go, and they're just there to stop the thing from pulling out basically, so that's fairly simple. The other thing to attach is this, and there's a little lug for this on this side of the machine, so the left hand side of the machine as you're looking from the rear, and you can see that just slots in. It's quite simple really, just push it in there, push it down, it clips. That's probably for storing the hose, I'm not sure. So as you can see, that is the outlet. So if I take the hose, that's the end of the high pressure hose. You can see there's an O-ring there, and then there's a lip on the wider section of the metal fitting. So you just push this in until this lip here touches the end of the outlet. So I'll show you that quite simply really, there's nothing difficult about it. One thing it says in the instructions is not to kink this hose, so you need to be careful with the hose. So there's a fitting, push it in. Now the O-ring is what makes the seal, so push it in, and it's fairly tight fitting because of the O-ring, until that lip is against the outlet there, and then just screw this on. Tighten it up, but you don't need to tighten it up too tight. So that is the high pressure hose connected. That's fairly simple. And as you can see, the high pressure hose fits quite nicely on that bracket, look. Now if I turn the machine round again, I'll have to lift the handle up. You can see that's marked as inlet. So that is where the water hose goes, your hose pipe. And this is the fitting. You can see there's a rubber washer in there and a filter. So that just screws onto there. It is a little bit fiddly to get started, but it's not too bad. So I screw it on. And then when it gets tight, screw it up a bit more, because it's the washer pressing against the actual outlet that seals it. It's not the same as an O-ring. So make sure it's nice and tight so that you don't get any leaks. So that is the hose pipe connection fitted. So you'll notice on the sides of the gun there are these grooves. The gun just slots in. You just push it on like that, and it clips onto this bracket here. The bracket does slide into the grooves, but it can move down. It doesn't really make any difference, and that holds that reasonably tight. The lance extension just slots in there like that, so everything's actually on the machine. The only thing that there is not a spot for is the turbo nozzle, but I've just noticed if you turn the machine round, I don't know whether it's designed for this, but you can fit the turbo nozzle in there. And I've just noticed that there is a nozzle unblocking pin that's actually integral on the machine. It's just that little red thing on the side there, so that's quite handy as well. This is the rear of the chemical tank, and obviously that's where you fill it. So that's it, unboxed and assembled. It was fairly simple. I do think that V-Tuf could look at the instructions and improve them slightly. They could do with some diagrams, but saying that, it was fairly simple. The next video I'm going to do will be a review on it, so keep your eyes open for that. If you've enjoyed this video, please do like and subscribe. Please take care out there, and thank you very much for watching.